I hope it caught that. Anyway, hey everybody. Probably nobody because we haven't actually pimped the link for this anywhere. Welcome to another Ragnarok Patreon live play. Today we're going to be playing part 3 of our Patreon live stream game.
This is how I want to be like He-Man. If so, say He-Man in the comments.
Give us a He-Man comment.
Text happy dude.
What's the number I'm supposed to push if I want Eric gone? What was it?
No
3?
number. There's no such thing. Everyone wants Eric forever.
You know what? I actually forget if it's 3 or 4 now. I'm so disappointed in myself.
No, it must be 4. So go ahead and hit that 4.
Press some numbers. We'll make Eric leave. Anyway, tonight we're going to be playing Dungeon World. This is episode 3 of our Freebooters on the Frontier mini-campaign, the Sundered Shrine. I'm Ryan, and I'm going to be GMing this session. Why don't we go around and you guys can introduce...
I'm Meyer!
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I'm not sure I believe it.
He sold it really well.
I'm Chiquint. I am an elven female, as you can tell by my voice, which is raspy. My mismatched eyes and my lack of eyebrows. That arcane explosion sucked. I have 5 dexterity, but I'm an elf, so when I move, I have perfect balance and a feather-light step. So I'm just interpreting that as I have no spatial awareness, and I bump into things all the time. Let's see. I blew up some... Well, I helped blew up some zombie ogres last time, and that's what we got.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm selfless, cooperative, and forgiving, which is why I'm with this crew.
You're very, very forgiving.
Yes.
All right, Eric, next.
I'm Eric. I'm playing a character named Famar. He is a thief. He was previously mentioned in Steve's description. He is a thief. He is adventuring to earn money. Hold on, I wrote this down and I already forgot it. It's somewhere down here. Earn money to pay for child support after his marriage fell to shambles due to his rampant alcoholism. Guess how many times that's probably going to come up? 90.
I mean, your alcoholism kind of came up last time. I had to remind you about it, but it did come up.
It came up. Fully my plan. I don't remember how it came up, but I remember it coming up.
I think Chad's character, Mirren, wanted to have a drink. And I was like, well, Famar probably wants to have a drink. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't want to have a drink. And I was like, but your character's an alcoholic. And you were like, oh, yeah, sure.
I do want to have a drink.
This sounds absolutely like word for word a conversation that would have happened.
Yep.
And then I was like, here, have your fucking experience point for playing up one of your character traits.
That's right. I meant to do it in exactly that way.
And last but not least, Shmekas.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Shmay?
Die? I hope not.
Costello?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
I accidentally hit the mute button. No wonder no one responded to anything I said.
No, that was before you muted yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't the usual not responding to things you said.
Yeah. I'm playing Quintus Stoutleg. He's a halfling thief. He's got matted hair, perfect posture, and dark skin. However, he's also stingy, petulant, and egotistical. And he's not very good at anything because all of his stats suck. But speaking of which, I have enough to level up.
Yeah, so do I.
All right. Do you guys want to handle that right now?
Yes, because I desperately need more points.
How much does it cost to
It's
level up?
10 plus 5 times your current level, so 15.
Oh! Go away. Hold on, let me fail at 2 things real quick.
All right.
Being a person that's respected by my friends, and knitting.
Yeah, right.
There you
I buy
go.
I mean,
Take your 2 XP.
You've been knitting the whole time.
Hey, I'm
but it
selfless. I'll give you 2 of my XP.
I'm not so sure it works like that. But if it does, I'm in.
And I'm level 2. Oh, this is great.
I was going to give him the 2 XP for failing at those 2 things, but if you really want to.
No, you already said I can have it. Thank you, Ryan.
Alright, so subtract my XP, increase my level by 1, regain 1 point of burned luck. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't have the thing up. So just say. You know the thing you were doing before I interrupted, where you said how the leveling up works? Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Subtract 15 from your current XP.
So that puts you at 0.
Yeah, thanks.
Increase your level by 1. These are in the rules for leveling up.
We're just reading them to you.
You regain 1 point of burned luck.
I don't think I burned any.
Well, then you don't get anything. If your new level is even, you permanently increase 1 ability score of your choice by 1. And you increase your maximum hit points by 1 roll of your hit die, plus your con.
Yeah, dice. Hold on.
So, okay.
I'm very prepared.
So my hit points go up, actually.
Mine go up by 4!
Mine also, mine go up by 3.
All right, so I'm going to raise my con. 13.
Does that apply to my current HP too?
Yes.
So, okay. So instead of 3 out of 5, I'm at 6 out of 8.
My int is going now. Or my intelligence. The int stays the same based on the number.
Wait, so if I increase my con by a point and that bumps my modifier up by 1, do I get an extra hit point?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, because when you roll your hit die, it's when you roll your HP, it's your hit die plus your con mod.
Yeah, I mean, do I get an extra hit point for my original?
I think you do for every level.
Oh, and we only gain a move when we hit a
Odd level. Yeah. I can increase my strength to 9, so I don't have a negative strength modifier. Or I can increase my intelligence and wisdom to 13, so I actually have more than 1 plus 1 modifier.
We are sorely lacking in the wisdom department from last game.
All right, so I'm going to make my wisdom 13. That's 123. I would do that too.
Yeah. Nice. You're real wise.
I guess it's still just a plus 3 for when my wisdom is 123. All right, so that's 2 positive numbers for my modifiers.
Wise as shit.
All right, so roll a...
Can we? I forget if we curse here or not. Is it not okay to curse during the
curse?
I mean, yeah, we've been
Fucking
cursing.
right.
We have exactly 0 viewers, so it's just us. Unless we decide to post this later.
I mean, it's not like we don't curse in our regular podcast.
Yeah, but it's because of rules. I don't know what YouTube is all about. Man, YouTube's got crazy rules and stuff.
I just threw the move sheet in the G-chat in case you guys need. That way.
There's a chat in the Hangouts, too.
Yeah. But, see, the thing about the Hangout is...
it's not reserved.
That is through... I'm running it through Ragnarok, and Ragnarok does not have access to all my docs.
Right, but I'm just saying you could just paste it into the chat.
I can't, though, because I can't access my drive while I'm logged into Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
You know, because of all that stuff I just said.
But... Oh, so you're sending it from your phone. Never mind. Okay. You're sending the links from your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
I think ACOS thought you had 2 browsers open.
I did.
So
I was going to say, but if you can't access your drive while you're on Ragnarok, then how are you accessing your drive while you're using Ragnarok? But you were doing it on your phone.
Yep. Let me see. Will it work if I have two browsers open? I will check.
Don't breathe.
All right. Quintus is now a level 2 halfling thief, still rocking those awesome mutton chops. And I'm going to say he also has that headband that this character drawing I found has. Because it's pretty debonair.
But he looks like Badger from Firefly.
No, this drawing looks very much like Ben Schwartz with sideburns and a headband.
Sorry, already established in my headcanon that you look like Badger from Firefly.
That's fine.
Okay.
Something else. When I raise my dexterity, I get a +2 bonus instead. Or my charisma.
Dexterity's pretty handy.
Yeah. Thieves like to be dexterous. There we go. Get out of here, intelligence.
Chat.
No one needs you.
I know that Alex was very angry that I had a +3 in intelligence last game, so I'm not going to tell him that I also have a +3 in charisma because I rolled a 16 and I get a +2 as an elf.
So.
That's amazing.
But I have a 5 dex and 8 strength, so.
Hey, my strength is 8.
My
Weakling buddies.
10.
Yeah, well, as a halfling, I got +2 luck, so I'm at 7.
Nice. You're at 7 luck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled shit on my stats.
I rolled shit except for charisma and intelligence. Well, I rolled shit on intelligence, but Ryan let us switch the one.
So what do you guys remember about what happened last session?
I carved my name in the moon.
I have notes. I took notes. Let's see. We found an orrery that mapped the solar system and then promptly destroyed it with a black hole.
Yeah.
After
and then
I carved my name into the moon.
That's true. Then we stole 13 weight worth of the gems that were made up the orrery. I believe you said there were 3 gems per weight.
Yeah.
Then we killed 17 zombie ogres with a magic-infused gem that Farmar slung at a crate of explosives. Farmar, excuse me. Found a dwarf named Mirren. And then Quintus found a tablet with a clue to the earrings of Fesseroth. It showed a statue with the earrings and then a spider with the number 2 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we proceeded to establish our plan to split all of the loot, except that we each get to call one item. And then despite that, Fermar proceeded to try to cheat Mirren out of some expensive platinum jewelry he just found.
Yeah, I did.
Then we found a quarter that split 3 ways. And Quintus found a thing that, like an inset in the wall that perfectly fit the tablet. So he just kind of stuck it in there. And a trap was triggered. A huge pendulum. Mirren saved Borfin the orphan from the pendulum trap. And we all ran down the middle hallway away from the trap. And that's as far as I got in re-listening.
That sounds about right.
I agree with every bit of it, especially the parts that made me look cool.
So none of them.
All of them! You're incorrect. And how's Bastulman doing?
Bastulman, his pockets hurt.
He is currently grinding the top of his head into a wall and begging his teeth to stop talking to him.
Yay.
I am going to say that we fade up on our heroes, and you guys all look at each other curiously because where were you just now? And it's just the 3 of you.
Just the 3 of us.
Wait a minute, wasn't there another one?
If we try, just the Sorry.
Is Bestulman there?
Yes, Bestulman is there. Actually,
Lobelia, the half cops, are they there?
You know what? I'm gonna say Bestulman is there. Lobelia and Borfin are also gone.
Oh. That sounds like an issue.
No, my halfling brothers! Oh, I'm sure you're happy about this, Mr. Elf.
Mrs. Elf.
She is.
Yeah, you all look the same.
But I can't believe we've gone over this at least 5 times in the last 2 hours.
I don't know about you, but it feels like I've been floating in a black void for a month. But also no time at all.
Where's Gidwin? And where's Mirren and Lobelia and Borfin?
Oh, our group seems to have been cut in about half. That's a bit of a problem.
Well, at least Bestulman's here with us.
Thank God he's got all our stuff.
My teeth have terrible opinions, and they won't shut up about them.
Oh, don't worry, all teeth have terrible opinions. They're so mouthy.
Teeth are in the mouth. I got this one. I followed where your joke was going.
Thank you. That is the response that deserved.
No problem, man. What do
Okay. So, we gonna keep going?
Well, I suppose so. I mean, we can't just stand here now, can we? I mean,
No, there's treasure to be had.
Oh, well then
You are, adventurer. A larger-than-life, weird, shimmery projection of Andessa, the hostess of the Sundered Shrine, has appeared in the chamber with you.
Well, hello. So it's lovely to see you.
We're our friends.
Oh, don't you worry about them. They're off elsewhere in the temple competing for even bigger prizes.
Oh, that's not fair. Where are bigger prizes?
I'm glad you asked.
She's glad I asked.
You've entered the lightning round.
I nudge Fremar in the elbow and I say, I think she likes you.
Ooh, I think so too. She's glad I asked.
In the lightning round, we split our contestants up into 2 teams, and whichever team grabs the greatest amounts of treasure gets to keep their loot.
Treasure? That's the whole reason we're here.
We're splitting the loot anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yes, but technically,
we should still try to get as much as possible.
If our group finds it, we split it amongst our group, correct?
That's right.
If they don't find it, well then, it's their loss. They should have tried harder, in my opinion.
That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, life's not fair. So what? Now, how are we supposed to find this treasure?
That, my dear adventurer, is up to you. Onward, and she gestures and fades out, and you see the corridor still half destroyed by the pendulum stretching out in front of you.
Hey, but we've got an advantage because I found that tablet about the earrings. And they're this way.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, we ran down this way because we assumed they're this way.
Wonderful.
There might also be spiders. Or a spider. It was very unclear.
Well, not as wonderful.
Or 2 statues. I'm still holding out hope that there's 2 statues. 4
there
earrings.
Could be statues of spiders.
That's not so bad. I could deal with the statue of a spider. Are there statues of spiders?
Not currently. Not in this area.
I wonder if they're Siamese spiders.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Spideries twins. So it's us and Bestulman. It's just a straight corridor?
Yeah.
Great! Framar, lead the way!
Me?
Yeah.
Well, why you? I'm not exactly up close and personal fighter myself.
You're right. Quint, you're the tallest. You go first.
Well,
What
I
about
mean,
Stulman?
for Mars, quite a bit taller than I am.
Oh, I hadn't noticed. For Farman, you go first.
Who's for Farman?
You are.
New member of the party.
But
No,
Quintus, you're the bravest among us. You should probably go first.
Oh, no, definitely not. I wouldn't want to take that honor away from anyone else.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Good.
I'll go second.
You racist.
Bestulman says that one of his incisors will go first, and then stretches out his mouth and begins to lead with it.
I thought he was going to rip one of his teeth out and throw it down the hall.
I'm not sure which
He says he's gonna make the mouth great again.
More of Bestulman's teeth need to be gold.
Okay, so I'll lead the way.
All right.
Closely after.
So you enter into a large space. It smells of dust and paper, and something else that's a little bit.
It smells.
Pumpkin
A little
pie.
bit sickly sweet underneath it. It's biological. It's very like warm in here. You can see there are rows and rows of library racks set up with scrolls and shelves and books. The pages of the books seem to swell with the moisture in the room.
Oh, I'm looking for a book.
Oh, boy.
It's very valuable.
Oh, boy.
And stretching across, there's you go a little ways into the room before you see it, stretching across the room from various points on the floor, the ceiling, the shelves, the racks, the reading tables are strands of spider silk.
Oh, and there's a spider here, just like on your tablet. So you two
I'm the spider bit.
go ahead and go see the spider, and I'll look for the book.
Why don't we all go see the spider, and then we can all get a book?
Okay, that seems fair.
Wait, is the spider like a librarian? That doesn't seem too scary.
Well, you haven't seen some librarians when you're very late in books.
So I yell out, "Excuse me, is there a librarian spider?"
Spider-brarian?
The strands of silk begin to shake imperceptibly, and you see what looks like an enormous brown recluse shambling across a web toward you.
I'd like to parlay.
Does it have a messy bun and glasses with 8 lenses?
It does not.
Damn.
Well, that just means her eyesight is better than you thought, and also she keeps better track of her hair while she's
True.
No glasses. Definitely not a librarian.
It's
Alex worked at a library once. He knows that you have to have glasses to work there.
So many librarians have glasses now that I'm thinking about it. Also, my sister, who's studying to be a librarian, has glasses. I think it's basically a prerequisite.
Nice. We're sorry to any of our librarian listeners out there who we're being racist towards.
Hey, I love librarians, but a lot of them wear glasses.
Our librarians are not a race, I don't think.
Alex is sorry.
Ryan, how dare you apologize to the people of Libraria?
I apologize to any of our librarian listeners who I may have just accidentally offended with my thoughtless remark. Anyway, the brown recluse spider is probably about 3 or 4 feet across. Its leg span is even wider than that. It has silk trailing from its spinnerets and venom dripping from its eating hands. So what do you do?
Right.
Excuse me, we'd like to check out a book.
It stops and stares at you quizzically.
I'm trying to hide in the shadows. I don't want to be near this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
It kind of like walks up to you, Chiquint, and
Chiquint turns around and we're both gone.
I look around myself and I say, I would like to check out a book, I guess.
It makes kind of a growling noise at you, like a weird. If a person were making it, you'd say it came from the throat, but it's coming out of this spider, so you're really not sure what part it's coming from. And it reaches out one of its forelegs and taps you, and then it taps one of the scrolls.
Oh, okay. I'll pick up the scroll.
It sort of like turns around on itself, and paces back and forth, and then gestures to the scroll, and then gestures to the whole library, and then kind of shrugs. Maybe you think it's trying to shrug. It doesn't look like its legs are supposed to move that way.
Oh, okay. Well, while I look around, would you like me to summon you something to eat or anything like that? You look famished.
It climbs up onto its web, and you see there's a big old section of its web, and you've never seen a spider try to nod before, but it does look like this thing is nodding at you.
Okay, so I would like to cast Demon of the Helpful Blob.
I forgot about that.
God.
Let's see.
You can see the poison start to drip from its mandibles.
I hope this spider likes pudding.
Cast spell. When you cast a spell, say what you want to create within the scope of the spell's name. So I would like to summon the Helpful Blob and ask it for something that a spider can eat.
Okay.
Besides those other than those halflings that I fed to it, I don't want to have. So.
Oh, there goes my idea.
Yeah,
you get a fly.
I'd specifically like to ask for a very large fly. So I rolled an 8, so 11. So
all right,
10 plus. It does what you want. So I have 6 points. The area of effect will be self, I guess. Or, well, let's do effect major.
Okay.
Range touch, duration instantaneous, and a single target. So I'll create a single giant fly. Create a single portal through which the blob can throw something the size of a giant fly.
You said your range is touch or self?
Touch.
Touch. Okay. I was going to say, are you sure you want the range to be self?
No.
You turned into a giant fly.
The range is touch, and the area of effect, which could be self, is I made it single target. So okay. I'm not turning myself into a fly. I'm creating a single target.
Boo.
So I'll reach out and touch a chair, and that chair will like start to the portal will open around it and envelop it, and this like Shaga thing will come out and
barf out a fly.
Barf out a fly as it eats this chair.
All right. So just for description's sake, you touch the chair, and then the floor around the chair gets sort of hazy and wavy and wiggly, and the chair begins to sink into it. These long, smoky black tendrils push their way out from the rip between dimensions that you just created, and hurl part of this hulking mass into the world. And it says, "Oh, hey, guy.
Oh, hey.
How can I be of assistance?"
I'd really love it if you could, I don't know, just provide something for this nice spider up here to eat while I look around the library.
Oh, sure. You said you didn't say it specifically, but I was getting the feeling that you didn't want me to feed it one of the people you just tossed in here.
Oh no! You're taking good care of them, right?
Yeah, of course. They don't know what's going on. We've got most of their senses shut down.
Okay, well, as long as they're...
Can we hear this or only him?
I forget if we established that.
I don't think we did ever.
I don't remember ever.
I will ask Chiquint then. Can they hear this conversation as well? Or is it just like a one-sided or telepathic thing?
I think maybe they hear blah, 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 blah from their side, and then they hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
It just looks horrific and sounds scary, but you hear everything I'm saying.
So I guess we've hidden successfully.
You can both give me a saving throw using Dex.
I just felt it more fitting to actually.
Well, I mean, we both have the ability hide in shadows. When you are out of sight and remain quiet and still, you may spend one cunning to go completely unnoticed until someone is right on top of you.
All right, then yeah, you can say that you're hidden because you stepped away from the action. Nobody saw where you went.
So should I be spending that cunning?
Yeah.
All right.
Is cunning just a base pool you have, or is it like...
No, we have cunning. Thieves have cunning equal to their current level plus their INT bonus.
Oh, cool.
9. One left.
So I say to it, "Oh well, they were in a very bad place. Maybe just, some calm will do them good for now."
Should we put their brains back in?
Oh God.
Yeah, it probably would be for the best. I mean, those should be separated for too long.
Our realm isn't what you would call a paradise exactly for those who are embodied with flesh. It's more of a waking nightmare. So we are fooling them into thinking that they're somewhere great.
Oh, well, you know what? I trust you. You do what you think is best.
Gotcha. Don't worry, we'll take good care of their brains.
So anyway, like always, just let me know if you need anything from my side. I was just wondering if maybe you could kind of spit out some kind of flying creature that might be good for this spider over here.
Here's a rock.
I imagine it's going to spit out like a buy a key or something.
Yeah, something horrific.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll get you a nice meal for your spider friend. And don't you worry about your halflings. We're taking good care of them.
Thank you. You're always so helpful.
So you guys hear this disgusting, roiling mass that erupted out of the floor growl at Chiquint, and then it splits and dissolves and gets sucked back into the floor, revealing what looks like it has sort of like the talons of a predator bird, and it's got a couple of heads with mouths and really sharp teeth, and huge bony wings that don't really look like it should work.
Roll sanity.
And it looks around and then fixes on you, Chiquint, and then it roars maybe or caws. You're not really sure, but it's coming from 3 throats at once, and the sound is utterly horrifying. The spider takes a few steps back up into its web, and this thing looks like it's going to come for you. So what do you guys do?
Oh, hello.
It's a little terrifying. I think I'm still hiding.
Yeah.
It does.
I hope you won't mind.
Go ahead.
I hope you won't mind coming over here for dinner, as it were.
It is taking like long loping bounds toward you. It is going to be like on top of you in a minute. It looks like it's going to like leap upon you.
Well, let's see. I would like to cast Mordriar's Shimmering Sign.
All right. What does that look like?
I carve a sigil into the just the air in front of me.
Okay.
And it begins glowing with arcane power. And what do I want to do?
Maybe some kind of a teleport or a shield.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a shield. But I'm trying to think if there's a...
I forget what options does the...
I mean, it just gives you a name and says you can... Whatever the name implies, you can do with it.
Gotcha.
What was the name?
Mordriar's Shimmering Sign.
Let's see.
Dazes the thing?
That could be.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. So Chiquint reaches up and hastily traces Mordriar's Shimmering Sign in the air. It tears away at the fabric of reality like scratch paper and glows from beneath it. As this thing charges after you.
You seem like you've been confused by your travel here. Let me help you calm down. So I'll do. I rolled a total of 8 with my intelligence. So I will suffer -1 ongoing until the next time I cast any spell.
Okay.
And I have 6 to spend, so I'll do instantaneous. Or no, you know what? I'll do duration 3.
Okay.
So that's 3 points, and then moderate. Single target. And I'll have to touch it.
You're thrilled about that part.
Well, I mean, it's about to touch me, so.
All right. So this thing leaps on you, knocking you onto your back. It does not tear you in half with its claws, surprisingly, but it's. 2 of its heads like look around the room. One of them fixates on the spider. I'm picturing it's so the one on the left is like scanning. The one on the right found the giant spider thing that you were just trying to communicate with, and the middle one is sticking its face right up into your face, Chiquint, and it lets out another one of those, really terrifying caw things right at you.
I hold back. I don't touch it with the magic yet. Oh, were you just trying to play? Seems kind of like a dog that's jumped on me and is about to start licking my face. We'll see how this goes.
I'm gonna be readying my weapon to jump out and backstab if I need to.
Yeah, me too. I unsheath my sword.
I reach up with my hand that isn't holding magical power, and I just kind of pet its head.
Like, Ramar is selfish, but he's not a total dick like Tamek, so he's getting ready to help if he needs.
See, Quintus is a total dick because he's evil.
So Chiquint, go ahead and make me a saving throw using charisma. See how that goes. Should go pretty well for you because you've got +3. But
I rolled a 2 and a 5, so it's 10 total.
Okay, yeah.
-1 forward until my next spell, so 9.
9. All right.
You know what? I will burn a point of luck.
To make that a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes. Or well, no, it's an unqualified success. So you pet its head, and it kind of sniffs at you, and then gives you a quick like affectionate peck, that you think might have broken your cheekbone if it had really meant it, but.
Aww. Well, I can't feed you to a spider now. All right. So can I just throw my remaining 2 rations to the spider?
Oh, okay.
A deal is a deal.
You give your rations to the spider. It's gingerly like climbs down from its web, giving this hideous murder bird that you have summoned from another plane kind of a wide berth, and goes to sort of pick at them. What are your rations? Is it just like...
I don't know, cans of tuna.
Okay. So it tries to pick up one of the cans of tuna in its mandibles, and you see it kind of trying to work out how to eat it.
Oh, I go and kind of open up the metal cap for it.
Okay. It eats the entire can. Once it gets a taste of the tuna, the whole thing just slurps down.
I then pat the spider on the head.
Now that danger seems to be not a thing anymore, I'm going to come out of the shadows and head towards Quint.
Okay.
So, you fed it your rations, so what was the point of this thing here, Mr. Fluttery friend?
I didn't think of the rations, to tell the truth, until I realized I couldn't in good conscience feed I didn't expect it to be a living creature that it would spit out. Although I guess I kind of did ask for one, now that I think of it. I need to think more carefully about what I'm asking for before I ask for it, I think, in the future.
What do we do with this large fellow now?
Oh, well, he'll just come with us.
It's trying to climb on you, Chiquint. Its other 2 heads have also sort of taken an affectionate shine to you and are like nuzzling you under your arms, and it has really long necks.
It's like literally pulling Chiquint like down towards the ground with every attempt it like makes to climb on her, but she's just completely ignoring that and going on with the conversation.
Yeah, so it just comes along with us. That doesn't seem problematic in the slightest.
I'm hiding in the shadows, Ryan. Is there anything interesting near me?
There's a big bird guy.
Other than the big bird monster and the giant spider.
Oh, well, is there anything interesting in this room other than these really interesting things? Oh, I need to be impressed constantly. I'm Alex.
Yeah.
What is the notice move in this system? I forget. Is it
wisdom? I think.
Perceive.
Okay, I forget certain realities or. All right, so yeah, make me perceive.
It's plus wisdom,
but you
which I just increased. That gives me a 4. God damn it! The one skill, one of the now 2 skills I have a positive modifier in.
Yay.
I rolled a 3.
Mark XP.
Yeah.
Yep, Mark X'd.
That's why I had so much XP.
Yep.
Yep.
I look down at the horrible creature and say, I'm going to name you Threve.
Threve.
Because it has 3 heads.
Well, I guess I don't perceive anything.
Go ahead and ask me your question anyway.
Is there anything valuable near me?
There sure is. There is a tome that appears to be rolled up and encased in some kind of. It's got like a chain wrapped around it, with a really absurdly large lock, and the case seems to be leaking shadows. You're not sure how that's going on, but anything that's locked up that tight has got to be valuable.
Wait, so it's in a case?
It's in a case.
Okay.
It's on a shelf full of scrolls, in like a tube, and the tube is held shut with a number of. Well, hell, even the chains look valuable. They're gold. Looks like they're inlaid with something else, some other kind of precious metal that catches the light just the right way.
Okay, so like I could take this tube out.
You could.
I'm going to try to purloin the tube.
Okay.
Because I have a move for. So when you take something out from under someone's nose, roll plus dex. On a 10 plus, it's yours, and they won't notice until they look for it. On a 7 to 9, it's yours, but they notice it's gone right away.
I have that too. Those are both thieves.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and make me that move.
So that's plus dex, which is goddamn at 0. So that's a 9. And I'm going to burn a point of luck to make that a 10.
All right. So I'm going to call that the chain scroll.
All right. I'm going to add.
And I'm going to say that it is absurdly heavy. It is 2 weight.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm already at my max weight.
Stillman.
No, I'm greedy. No, I'm stingy, petulant, and egotistical. I'm also evil. I think I'm going to drop my short bow and my quiver.
Okay.
Really?
I'm at 5 weights. I have no carrying capacity. My gear takes up all my weight.
Oh.
So you pick this thing
my
up.
My gear takes up 4 weight. So what is this 5th weight I have?
Me.
The painting.
Me.
No, Bastulman has that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. My armor. That's it. Yeah, okay. So I can drop my armor and my rations to carry it.
That's an option.
Or I could
Not
just
a good one, but an option.
All right, I'm gonna unequip my short bow and my quiver, and stuff this chained scroll into my pack, and then go over to Bastulman and give him my short bow and my quiver.
All right. He takes the short bow, and basically like punches his arm into the quiver, jamming it in like up to the elbow, and that's how he carries it, just sort of on his arm.
You could put it in your pack, but you know what? You do you, Bastulman.
You're just like my molars. Always telling me what to do and how to think and how to behave.
Okay.
And who to kill. Oh, God.
Has the spider seemed to notice? You know what? I'm gonna wait until we're out of the room.
The spider has not noticed you. It is still busy with the tuna fish that Shaquint has fed it.
Yeah.
So Spider Brarian, you don't happen to know where the what was it? The earrings of Fesseroff are located?
Yeah, that's the whole statue. But the earrings are like a big part of it.
Well, the statue is bigger than the earrings, honestly.
Oh, and the
the earrings are pretty big.
The Ravik's Crimson Spellbook of Warding, Locking, and just general brainery. That would also be something we're looking for.
Locking, huh?
Oh, so I'm going to look at the scroll that it pointed out to me, that the spider pointed out to me.
Okay. It was just a scroll. Let's see, what could it be? Framar, what kind of scroll did the spider point out to Chiquint?
Let's see. It's a scroll of alchemy.
Okay. You have a scroll that is covered in alchemical symbols. It appears to be a recipe for it's either how to turn lead into gold, or the Philosopher's Stone and immortality, or some kind of a cake recipe. You can't really tell.
How to turn gold into lead.
Yeah.
How to turn gold into lead.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'll stuff that in my sack. And then I'm going to start looking around for the book, Rovik's Crimson Spellbook of Wording, Locking, and just general brainery.
All right.
Valuable that I might be interested in.
Can I look for like an indexing system? The what are those cards called?
Sure.
Catalog.
Card catalog.
Card catalog.
Go ahead and perceive.
So that's wisdom, right? All right. 7 total.
Okay. So you can ask me one question.
Where is the card catalog?
Good question.
Yeah, this is a good question. All right. Just to make this a little bit more interesting, you see it across the room. As you walk over to approach it, you walk into like a really dense and sticky portion of the spider's web. It is like an obstacle course of elastic bands. And as you like try to like shove your way through them, your foot slips and you realize that the floor has caved away underneath this area. So you are going to need to like make your way across to it somehow. So what do you do?
Can I defy danger using intelligence to find a good path?
I'll allow it.
So 6 plus 3, so 9.
All right. So you're really like having to shove yourself through this dense intertwined web, and it is scaled up spider silk, so it is incredibly strong and also really, really sticky. I'll give you the choice of you make it, but you're gonna need help to get back, or you make it, but you leave something, a piece of your gear or something, stuck in the webbing behind you.
I will leave behind the last of my spell components.
Okay.
No, actually, I'll be trapped on the other side.
Okay.
I'll need help getting back.
All right. So yeah, you managed to get yourself onto the area where there's floor on this side, and you begin to look through the card catalog. Framar, you were looking for something to steal?
I was just looking to see if there's anything interesting and valuable around, but now that I think about it, you'd probably be somewhat interested in this weird bird creature because you've never seen something like this before. You might kind of be moving towards that to see what it's all about.
Okay. It appears to be one of its heads is sniffing through a pile of scrolls. Another one. The other two seem to be having a fight, and it is grinding its really powerful talons into the floor. It doesn't seem to notice you. So what do you do?
You said it's over some of the scrolls. Are any of the scrolls like reachable without immediately alerting it? My question.
Yeah, you could probably grab one. You're a thief and you're really nimble, so give it a try. I'll let you defy danger using Dex, or if you have a thief move that's applicable, go ahead for that.
Is Purloin applicable?
Sure.
All right, so we'll put Dex. I got. Oh wait, what was my Dex? Sorry. I got an 8, which is problematic because on a 7 to 9, it's mine, but they know it's gone right away.
All right, so this is what happens. This thing just sort of has its head buried in a pile of scrolls, and you
like
go
the, like the things from like the things in the Fantastic Four fight.
No.
Those are scrolls, doofus.
It's like I said, just sort of like pecking through them. It jammed its head into one of the areas on the rack. You go to sneak one of the scrolls out, and the scrolls on top of the pile sort of fall away. And as you pull on it, there's a little bit of resistance, and you see that the other end of the scroll is clamped tight in this thing's mouth.
Oh.
And then you make eye contact with it, and the other two heads immediately like turn to you.
I didn't know you were using that at the moment. My sincere apologies. One of my other hands is reaching for one of the scrolls that it's not clasping, while I'm casually talking to it and looking like I'm letting go of the one that it has.
All right. It takes the scroll, and it's the neck that was stretched out sort of cranes back and puts the scroll down, and it steps on it with one of its talons, and then it starts to crane its other two necks forward to sort of stare you down.
Oh, I just was curious. What lovely plumage you have here. I just thought it might be nice to see it up close. It's just very impressive. I've never seen anything quite like you, but now that I have seen something quite like you, I believe I will just be backing up over to a place where I cannot be pressed to oblivion. If that sounds like a good idea. You, all three of you.
Give me a saving throw using charisma.
Right. Let's see what my scan. One. Okay. Sorry, I don't have my actual dice in here. Ooh. Oh no. Whoops. 7. Forgot the way that worked.
All right. So seeing as how Chiquint is now, wending his way through the spider web across the gap in the floor to the card catalog. Sorry, winding her way. Excuse me. Winding her way across the gap in the floor. The thing has now taken an interest in you, Framar. It kind of like tosses that scroll aside and begins to advance on you, and it's all three of its heads just start sniffing at you and pecking at you, very, very, very affectionately.
Oh, you're not tearing me to shreds. That's wonderful. I like all my shreds to be together as they are, and it seems you like that too. Very, very wonderful. What a nice creature that I don't know the name of. Ha ha ha. Oh,
one of its heads opens its beak as wide as it goes and like clamps it on the top of your head, and you feel a tongue come out and just start licking.
Ah.
Oh, wow, looks like everybody's making friends with the terrifying three-headed bird creature.
It's not a friendly thing. Ah.
I look over and say, "Oh, I'm so happy my friends are getting along."
Threve likes him.
Yeah.
Um,
Threve has always had good taste in companions.
For the 3 minutes I've known him.
The 3 minutes.
So Chiquint, you get your way to the card catalog. You pull open the drawer, rifle through some of the cards. It seems as if the manual of... Hang on a second, I have it written here. Just have to get to the top of the dock. Ravik's Crimson Spellbook of Warding, Locking, and just General Brainery is indeed in the collection here. You can go to the shelf. The card catalog is very efficient. There's a indexing system in place. You know just where to look for it. If only the floor weren't gone, and you are you realize that you managed to drop down from the spider silk, okay, but you can't really reach it to climb back across.
Well, as long as I'm here, can I look through it for a couple of other things that might be valuable?
Sure.
And call those out to Quintus and Fermar to look for? So should I roll like wisdom or intelligence?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something just valuable stuff.
Okay.
Since the goal of this is to
get as much treasure as you possibly
can. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, make me a saving throw using wisdom. See what you can find.
Oh, 2 5s.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right. So you find a scroll about the... Hang on. The history of the faith of Fesseroth.
Oh, that sounds like something Quintus would be interested in. And I yell out, "Quintus, there's a scroll about Fesseroth that might say something about the earrings."
Oh, well, where is it?
D9.
Okay, I'll go take a look. I'll go look for D9.
All right. You start to walk up to the shelves, and the spider interposes itself between you and the scrolls and books, and it gives you sort of an angry stare, or at least what you would expect would be an angry stare. You can't really tell. It's some kind of stare.
Yeah.
Spider Brarian, are we not allowed to take anything? He's with me.
I'm gonna like move to the left and try to go around it.
Quintus, just give him give it your rations.
What? No, I need my rations.
Maybe we can find a scroll to make food.
Or maybe we won't. I'd rather have my rations.
Some of these scrolls look edible.
It does not seem to trust you, Quintus. You try to feint.
Great, even spiders are racist.
And it blocks your path. Chiquint, it doesn't seem to be paying any attention to what you're saying, though. You're not sure. You're not sure why. So you could either leave Quintus to work this out on his own, or get involved.
I'm gonna look through the card index for a scroll about spider friendship.
I was going to say, are there any scrolls about negotiating with giant spiders?
There's an entire book on it.
And make me another saving throw.
I wanted a
using
scroll.
wisdom.
Okay.
See if you come out lucky.
I came out lucky. I rolled boxcars.
Nice. All right. So yeah, there is what you think would be a very helpful title about the body language and communications of spiders and spider-like creatures.
All right, I'm gonna head in that direction. Well, let's see. How am I gonna get there?
So I'm gonna back up. Does it follow me back down the row? I guess.
It kind of like shoos you away from the stacks of books and scrolls. It seems like it doesn't want you touching its stuff.
Oh, hang on, Quintus. I think I have an idea.
What about what happens if Framar touches it?
I'm busy.
Yeah, Framar is like I'm picturing you just like standing there stiff as a board while this thing like sniffs you and snuggles you, and that one is still licking your head.
It's ruining my perfect hair.
Framar, you really shouldn't move. Right now, it would not be a good idea to move. In my experience,
not moving has been something I've been doing quite a bit right now.
You're doing a very good job of it.
Thank you.
It's kneading you through your clothing with its talons, and you can feel how sharp they are.
At least I've provided a distraction that wasn't needed for it.
Hey, so remind me again why we didn't feed the bird thing to the spider?
That's my friend.
Threve.
It apparently is my friends too now.
See, watch. Threve, can you come over here and get me?
Uh-oh.
I seem to be trapped on this side of the spider web.
Make me a saving throw using charisma. See if Threve will listen to you. See if Threve knows that its name is Threve.
I rolled a 6, so 9. So, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will give you the choice. So, actually, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to give you a worse
Framar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought maybe where it was going.
Yeah, so Framar, Chiquint calls out for Threve, and Threve apparently is really quick for a bird. It picked up on its name. All of its heads turn in Chiquint's direction as she calls out, and it spreads its wings and gives a mighty flap, and before you know it, you are horizontal and dangling from this thing's talons.
Cool.
And it lands like on you without really thinking about it on the other side of the gap in the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Framar. They don't know their strength quite yet. And they don't realize how sharp their claws are. Oh. I think we can just stick those back inside of you and it'll be fine.
It's a very good listener. Ah.
Yes, it is. And I started petting it.
It starts.
Such a good listener.
It starts to coo at you. You think it's cooing anyway. Anyway, the sound is all around you, and now your face is being nuzzled from 3 different directions. And again, one of them opens its mouth and just sort of wedges your head into it, and then sticks its tongue out and starts licking your face.
Who, me or Chiquint?
Chiquint.
Oh,
both of us.
Yeah.
It's got
one of its other heads opens itself and wedges your head into it, Framar, and starts licking your face. So yeah, you've made a friend, both of you.
I'm going to ask it to take us to where the spider body language book scroll is.
Okay.
Better ally than an enemy, I'd assume.
Better ally than enemy, yes. So you kind of climb onto its back. Framar, you are still dangling from its talons, and it flies back across the gap.
Ah!
Meanwhile, Quintus, you are still facing down the big spider. It is not advancing on you, but it does not look like it wants you here. So what do you do?
I'll be right back.
So it's just blocking me from going down the row, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna go down a different row.
All right. In that case, you hear the scrambling of giant spider feet. It is running around to intercept you.
So it's taking the long way around. So it's like going around to come up the row.
Yes.
All right. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna try to quickly double back and then run down the row I want it to go.
Okay. So yeah, make me a saving throw using Dex, or I'd let you get away with intelligence if you
Playing tag with a brown recluse.
Well, they're both the same, so it doesn't really matter. That would be a 5.
Okay. So here's what happens. The thing about cleverly outwitting a spider is you actually have to be wittier than the spider.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like it was coming around taking the long way, but you decide to double back thinking how clever you are, and you round the corner of the row and you get hit with a giant like mat of spider silk. And it like throws you backwards and sticks you to the floor. This thing sort of walks over to you and stands above you, looking down, and its face is inscrutable. Its blank, 8-eyed, inhuman stare seems to have some note of satisfaction in it. So what do you do?
Guys, a little help.
I'm furiously reading the scroll.
Okay.
I think I'm going to just lay there, and I'm going to apologize to him. I'm really sorry, Mr. Spider-Man, sir.
Give him your rations.
I can't. I went to the floor and no.
So Quintus, defy danger using charisma.
Oh, I got a +1, which brings me up to 4.
What? You're marking XP for all this, right?
Yeah. These dice fucking hate me.
I would switch if I were you. That has not been a good streak of rolls.
No, it has not. Let's try these dice instead. Oh, that would have been a 5.
All right. So, Quintus, when this thing webbed you to the floor, do you have any weapons on you right now, or you lost?
No, I have a sword.
You have a sword.
Yeah.
All right. When this thing webbed you to the floor, it knocked your sword out of its sheath, and it is you can feel it underneath the webbing. The pommel is like an inch away from your fingers. You could grab the sword and stab this thing and escape from this.
I could Samwise him?
You could Samwise him.
I just step back. What are we stabbing?
Oh man, I gotta say, it's every halfling's dream to Samwise a giant spider.
Oh.
But the spider has been acting generally friendly.
Yeah.
Up till this point. You're not sure if it's going to eat you, or if it's just, preventing you from touching its stuff.
However, my alignment is evil, and my motivation is inflict physical or emotional harm on others for personal gain. Although I don't know what the personal gain would be.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to eat you after you stab it and don't kill it.
So that's
my short sword is not going to finish it off.
That's the thing. You can
1d6 damage short sword.
You can make that strike against it, but then shit will definitely be on.
No, I'm gonna play it cool for now. Just play it cool.
All right. It kind of stands over you for a second. A drop of its venom falls onto the webbing, and just kind of sizzles there. There's like a little bit of smoke, and then it turns away and walks over toward Chiquint, leaving you helplessly webbed to the floor.
Well, can I grab my sword and cut myself out?
You can, but I would wait. I would give it like a minute or two just to let it get involved in something else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm free, and then just flies up again.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So it looks like it's heading over toward Chiquint and Framar and Threve.
Be careful, Framar! It doesn't like people that aren't Chiquint.
Uh,
That was my takeaway.
You reach out and grab your sword underneath the webbing.
So I've got the scroll like laid out on a desk flat, and I start interlocking my thumbs so that I have kind of 8 fingers pointed forward, and I start talking with my 8 fingers to the spider.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. All right. 8 plus 3, so 11.
Okay.
thankfully,
So
a huge faux pas in the spider social circle.
well, you weren't doing the spider mating dance, which is probably good for you.
Yes.
Things do not go well for spiders mating, unless you're a female.
Oh, was this a male or a female? I mean, if this is the male spider, it might try to mate with you, and then you could eat it.
It's what you've always dreamed.
All right. So what do you want to tell the spider?
That we're here to try to find valuables because we're involved in a game show. And if it wants, it can come with us and eat some ogres. And we'll help it get out of this place to somewhere, a little bit more swampy. It seems like more of a swamp type of spider than a library type of spider.
It takes a few steps back when it sees you trying to communicate with it, and then it realizes what you're doing, and it starts. It's not like a precise language. The spider language, so you get that across in like bold strokes, like broad strokes. But it gets very animated, and it starts waggling its legs back at you. Do you wish to try to understand what it's saying?
Yes.
All right. In that case, wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let's see. Will my luck hold up? Rolled a 3, so no.
Ooh.
Who are you? Me?
I think it's saying the pizza is in New Jersey. No.
Yeah, the New Jersey pizza's alright.
Everybody knows New Jersey pizza's not good pizza. That you can't be saying that.
It's saying something about food and And the floor? You think maybe it's talking about, maybe it's offering you some of its most recent kill? You don't know. It's a little confusing. Anyway.
Ramar, take a look at this. Maybe you can understand it. I hand him the scroll.
I'm going to try to take a look at it without the bird being angry that I'm moving and doing anything to me.
Let me see. Before you get over to him, Framar, or get over to her, excuse me, I keep misgendering Chiquint here. The spider scrambles over to the hole in the floor and then climbs down one of the silk strands leading to the floor below, leaving the four of you and Threve in the room alone.
Okay, well, Framar, you take a look at this. I'm going to go grab Ravik's book of all that stuff in general brainery. Maybe some more general brainery will help me understand the spider better.
Oh, all right. Let's have a look. Gonna have a look, as previously dictated.
All right. So you can make me a wisdom saving throw if you want to try to decipher that thing that the spider just did with its legs.
No bonus for that. Okay. Nope, 3.
Huh?
Yeah, you're pretty sure that it wants to eat all of you.
Let's never go near that spider again, shall we?
What? Why? It seems nice.
I think it's just trying to act sweet towards us, so maybe we'll taste sweeter.
Okay, well, let's see what Ravik says. So I'd like to try to get Ravik's book.
You walk to the shelf easily and pull it down. I'm gonna say that you can learn 1d4 additional spells from it.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll the d4? Because I feel bad that I keep rolling like high numbers. Because I just rolled a 4.
I don't have a die. Alex, do you have a d4?
I do. Let's see. I rolled a 2.
Okay. I'm happy with that.
So 2 additional spells. Somebody give me a d10.
I got this one. D10. 7.
7. Wizard names adjective form. So I'm going to say that's Ravik's. And then 2 percentile rolls.
I got it.
I got the other one.
First one is 13. Jeez, even my percentile's low. That was a 60.
And mine was 61.
Okay.
I just re-rolled my die, and I got a 61.
Damn! It's meant to be.
Yep.
Okay, that's weird. So it is Ravik's Concealing Oracle.
Huh.
Peculiar.
And one more d10.
I got it. Yeah, somewhere. 5.
5. Form of the adjective form. So 3 percentiles, please.
First one up is 75.
Then
75.
Then I got 98.
And
So you want to do the third one?
62.
Shield of the...
Oh my god, I just rolled my dice 2 more times, and the second one was 62.
Stop it.
Shield of the what?
Shield of the Viridian Pattern.
It just makes a shield that's green. That's pattern.
Good. I like green.
Good. Otherwise, it'd be a problem.
Yep.
So those are the two spells that you're able to learn from this tome. Ravik's Concealing Oracle, which sounds like it could be a bit of a mixed blessing there. And the Shield of the Viridian Pattern, which is probably a locking spell.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines viridian as a chrome green pigment that is a hydrated oxide of chromium. Just so you can picture exactly what color that is.
Okay, yeah, a hydrated oxide of chromium. Got it.
A chrome green pigment.
Viridian City. Pokemon.
So anyway, Quintus, the spider has gone away someplace, and you see your chance, so you grab the sword and slice yourself out of its web.
I do.
Chiquin seems like she's gone off and is off being a nerd someplace, and Framar is still fending off the affections of Threve.
And you still know where that really valuable scroll is.
Yeah, it's in my pack.
The
one for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to get to D whatever it was, D9 or whatever.
D9.
Okay. I am going to say that you get there without any kind of as I said, the library is very clearly indexed and labeled, so you get to D9. You pick a scroll off the shelf that is it seems to be rolled up in a it's either ivory or bone that's been fashioned into the scroll case.
Damn.
It's printed on something that's not paper or papyrus or vellum or parchment. You're not really quite sure what it is. It's not leather. You've seen things that are made from skin before.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be some kind of a weird transparent material that has sort of a greenish hue to it.
A viridian hue?
Perhaps.
Okay, does it... I'm gonna... Oh, how much does it weigh? Is it ridiculously heavy like the other one?
It is not.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is of negligible weight. That's the other weird thing about it. It looks like it should, be very hefty.
Mm-hmm.
For a halfling to lift, it's definitely like a two-handed job. But it feels light as a feather.
Okay. I'm gonna stuff it in my bag and then run back to the front of the library like I was never there.
Okay. Framar, what have you been up to while Chiquint is learning spells and
is it a long scroll? How long would it take me to read it?
You're not sure.
I'm just gonna like look at the top just to see if it's anything relevant.
Yeah, it is a history of Fesseroth and it's their cult. It looks like they go into it goes into the history of the temple, and as you're scrolling, you see that there is a map of
Awesome.
of the temple.
So I roll it back up and stuff it in my bag and run to the front because I'll look at it in more detail later when there isn't a giant spider trying to eat me. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay. Everything went really quiet.
No, we're still here.
Yeah. I'm gonna just hide it in my bag and try to make a withdrawal from the library.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
At this point, you guys hear a voice calling up from the room below. Hello? Hello, people? People, are you still there?
Hello?
Hello? I mean,
Ah!
hello?
Hold on one moment. I will be right up. Please do not flee. I do not consider you food. I will not harm you or eat you or poison you.
Oh, it's a spider.
That's a very weird preposition.
Anyway, the you can.
I found a scroll of spider language, and the spider found a scroll of human language.
But why is it below us?
Because that's where it went down to find the scroll.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I thought it was with you.
It crawled into a pit.
Don't speak in English.
Oh, I missed that. I thought it was hanging out with Quintus. Okay. Chiquint, I mean. I'm Quintus.
Anyway, the silk strands of the webbing that is running throughout the room begin to shake as the spider maybe is climbing back up. You hear like strange sounds. Ugh. Oh, this used to be so much easier. Okay, one more, and then an arm, a human arm, pops over the precipice of the hole in the floor, and there is a woman, sort of. Her features look kind of vague, kind of like Odo from DS9. He's a little, she's just a little bit like melty and vague looking.
Are you the spider that used the shapeshifted spell to turn into that lady?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I was worried I would have to explain that, and oh man, these arms and legs are very, very weak.
You change yourself into a human just to be able to speak to us?
Well, it does get rather lonely around here with only a bunch of frost ogres and fire elementals constantly trying to murder each other, and
yeah, we've ran into some of them.
You are probably the most decent group of adventurers I've come across. You didn't instantly try to stab me and steal my books and scrolls.
Yes, we did.
Quintus shifts a little bit, feeling the weight of the scrolls in his pack. Yeah, well, what can I say? We're stand-up folks. Although this one over here is a little racist, so watch out. I say.
I'm not racist. Don't listen. Well, I mean, he has his thoughts. You should listen to him. But
don't listen to the halfling, right? Halflings aren't worth listening to. See what I mean with this guy?
I don't know how you always do this to me.
I'm not doing anything. You're the one with the abhorrent beliefs.
Well, anyhow, so, well, like we were talking, would you be interested in joining us and getting out of this place?
Oh yes, that would be wonderful. I've read almost every tome and scroll in this library, everything that interests me anyway, and I've been itching to try out my transformation serum, and it looks like it worked.
Great. Hey, you've read all the scrolls and books here? Are there any on like summoning food? Because I have a feeling I'm going to be hungry soon. I kind of gave you all of my rations. Well, actually, I've only eaten one of my own rations. I've given all the rest away. There were some halflings who were really hungry, and then another halfling that was really hungry, and then you seemed really hungry.
Were you really hungry?
Not especially.
I was peckish. You could take it or leave it.
Ryan?
Do we lose Ryan?
Ryan?
Oh, God. God is dead. Nietzsche was right.
No.
I steal everything. Oh, I don't have to roll? Great.
Okay, yes, let's
I
ransack
still
this
have it.
library. We'll take everything. The spider's in favor of it.
Yeah.
And I find the enemy and I shoot him and I win.
And that should do it. Oh, Will.
You there, Ryan?
Yep. Hey, I'm back.
So you missed it, but we took all the scrolls and books in the library, and the spider was okay with it, and we finished off the final
She's our follower now.
Yeah, killed Fesseroff.
Yep.
Great. That's. I guess we can. I guess we can wrap things up now. That's
Right,
wonderful.
So experience.
Yeah.
I think we defeated a notable
the usual amount.
Anyway, where did you guys?
I asked the spider if she was actually hungry when Steve gave her the rations before.
Because I asked the spider if there were any books or scrolls that could summon food, because I've given away all of my rations to various people.
Gotcha. She says, I do have some food if you're interested.
And so then Quintus asked if the spider was actually hungry when I gave it the food, and I said that she responded with, not really, but
I was curious. So she says, I do have some food if you are interested, though. And then
yes, please.
She gestures over to a mummified corpse hanging from the wall, wrapped in spider silk.
Oh. Well, it would be rude to refuse. So yeah, I take a bunch of corpse meat.
Okay. It is kind of you're expecting it to be corpse meat, but you kind of like try to tear a piece off, and the silk comes away, and it has been like dissolving into nutrients in there.
Oh, okay. So it's like a vegetable smoothie, a spinach smoothie.
Yeah, except instead of vegetable, it's adventurer.
No, I'm pretty sure that this is shaped like a large carrot.
Yeah. There's it's very like protein rich, and it tastes of iron.
Would anybody else? Does anybody else need rations?
No, I didn't give mine to a giant spider.
I'm rather sure I'm set. Thank you.
Okay.
And what is this thing? It's fascinating. Is that from another plane of reality?
Oh, the Threve? No,
Yeah,
that's Threve. Yes, it's from another plane of the reality. It's the plane of the helpful blob.
You know of the plane of the helpful blob?
Yes, I have a friend there.
Wow. I've read of that realm. Has it negotiated with you for part of your soul yet?
Oh no, I so far we just have a mutually beneficial relationship. Although to think of it, they haven't really asked much of me.
Oh, be careful. That's how they get you. You rely on the helpful blob too much. They start asking for favors in return.
Oh well, I wouldn't mind helping out. I mean, it's just part of the soul, right?
I mean, usually, from what I've read, the favors involve sacrificing beings and wealth. They do prefer sentient beings to their realm. But you know, as long as you haven't tossed anyone in there, then
What's that?
I mean, sacrifice is a really. I mean, I'm not sure I'm following you. Let me think about this.
Quintus turns to Quint and does that head turn thing that Stewie does in Family Guy, where his head goes sideways, and says, "So you sacrificed those halflings to your crazy blob friend, huh?" Oh yeah, you're totally not a racist.
I didn't sacrifice anyone. I gave them a way out. They were unhappy being here.
Wow. So you know best. Halflings can't make decisions for themselves.
I gave them the choice.
We
Two of them
need
chose
the
not to
big,
go.
strong elf to take care of us.
Anyhow, do you know where the earrings of Sephiroth are? Oh, and what's your name?
Take up the elf man's burden. Jeez.
I mean, just calling you Spider Brarian. I'm just completely ignoring Quintus at this point because I can't take it.
Oh, please, Shanum. I do appreciate Spider Brarian, though. It's the most friendly title anyone's ever given me. Usually I'm thing or creature or hideous creature.
Is Spider Brarian okay? I kind of like the portmanteaus.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Knock yourself out.
I don't know why anybody would call you hideous. I thought you were quite an attractive spider. And may I say that you're stunning now.
Oh well, thank you. She gives a little turn, and you can see that like she did her best to approximate the features of a human, but there's some things that she kind of got wrong, like there are little baby arms hanging at her sides, and
Awesome.
she's got like a couple too many breasts and eyes on the sides of her head. She did close though. I guess it's like a B- job.
She tried.
She tried.
So, Fesserov's earrings, or the statue of Fesserov, do you happen to know where that is?
Oh yes, it's down in the lower shrine. That's where the fire elementals hang out. They've made it their home.
And what about the Gauntlet of Illusion? Do you know where that is?
The Gauntlet.
That's what you're looking for, right, Framar?
Oh, Eric dropped.
Oh,
so
he did.
I don't know if he's coming back.
Thank God.
Finally. Or the sparkling shiny rock of the Stone Fist?
So Framar is still like caught in the talons and various beaks of Threve, and he goes like because Threve has his face completely engulfed in its beaks, and is just licking him all over his head.
That just makes me so happy. Well, let's head to the earrings, I guess.
Shannon says, I don't know about the other artifacts you mentioned. The priests move them around constantly when they rearrange things between runs. But I do know that the earrings are down in the temple and in the lower shrine, and they never move.
Oh, before we go, we should grab that history up in D9 because maybe that'll have something about where those things are. Quintus, right?
Oh yes, I know just which scroll you mean. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. And
if there's anything else valuable up there, be sure to grab that too. We're on a quest to find as many valuables as we can. It's like a supermarket. I don't know.
Are there tables around here?
Yes, there are.
I'm going to quickly, while she's gone, I'm going to take the scroll out of my bag and put it down on a table and then run and stand back somewhere else. You didn't see me do that.
What are you doing? I found the scroll. I pick it up.
Oh, she comes back. Huh. I must have forgotten to shelve it. That's odd. It's not like me.
Okay, well, are there any other valuables around here?
I mean, the value of knowledge is all around us.
Oh, I completely understand.
Yeah, but anything worth money.
Hold of that? Yeah, what he said.
Well, I am sure that according to some of the alchemical texts I've read, including the scroll that I gave to you, it's possible to create a stone that will allow you to live for eternity, or perhaps an angel food cake. I'm a bit unsure of the translation.
Oh, both of those sound delicious. Well, let's go grab the earrings, and then I'll take a look at the scroll.
Great, wonderful. She unrolls the bone scroll with the translucent green binding, and scrolls down a bit. She says, "This map of the temple is it in its original state. There are. It has all sorts of passages and underground caverns illuminated. If you'll look, and she shows you, and sure enough, you see all of the familiar. Since you guys are aficionados of the Sundered Shrine, or is that just Eric? I forget. Just Framar.
No, it was Chris's mom, Gidwin's mom.
Knew the show backwards and forwards.
Yeah, and was like giving us the rundown on it before we played.
All right. Well, in that case, you see a bunch of rooms labeled on it that she describes, and also a bunch of like unlabeled rooms and back passages and hallways, and secret chambers that seem to be like almost kind of backstage areas where the members of the cult actually live, and where they run the Sundered Shrine adventure game from.
Oh man, this is amazing.
So, okay, we use this to find the things we're looking for and all of the valuables, and then we have practically a map to help us bring this whole temple down.
We're gonna be the best players ever.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it out loud. They might be watching.
Oh, they're almost certainly watching.
Watching, and they're watching us look at this, so they're gonna know we have it.
Well, if we run into any opposition, I'll bet.
I would like to cast a spell, Ravik's Concealing Oracle, to make their feed fuzzy.
Okay.
Oh, are you coming with us, Spider-Brarian?
Yes, that was my plan. As I said, I've exhausted the possibilities in this library, and I would very much like to move on and escape from this place with your help, I hope.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 5, so 8 total. So I will forget the spell.
Okay. So what does Ravik's Concealing Oracle look like?
I think it tells suddenly, like 5 minutes ago, Quintus blurted out, "Cast Ravik's Concealing Oracle" to me. So it gave me a heads up that I should cast it in the past, basically. So it's been going this entire time.
Okay.
Because all of a sudden Quintus was turned into an oracle in the past.
All right. So you.
While I'm berating you for being racist, all of a sudden my eyes roll into the back of my head, and my body goes rigid in a voice that is not mine.
You just point at Chiquint. Chuckwint, you must cast Ravik's Concealing Oracle immediately.
Oh, great! So halflings can't make decisions for themselves. I just go right back into it.
I picture like you do like a weird gesture and wave your arms, and then there's like a whiteout, and then the subtitle is 5 minutes earlier, and it fades up on that. And
then flashback to the present. Okay, well, everything we've said for the last 5 minutes has been concealed, and it should be ending right about. Don't say anything. Right about now.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, stuff. We need to just keep what we've been talking about to ourselves now.
Okay.
Right. You were interested in the earrings.
Yes, let's go find those.
Oh, yeah. So quick question, Spider Brarian. While I was looking at the shelves before, I noticed that there was one scroll case that was like really big and had a whole bunch of chains and locks on it. You probably know what that is, right?
Oh, I would stay away from that one. Its corrupting influence has brought down kingdoms, and laid entire realms to waste.
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, that over there? That's a containment.
No, it's not over there. It's in my backpack.
Oh, I thought you like took the scroll out of like this like containment thing.
Oh no, I just took the whole damn thing.
Oh, you took the whole thing. Okay.
All right. Somebody roll me 2 percentiles.
I got one.
Come up with a name.
76.
And 70. 70 even.
Okay.
Wait, actually 78. I didn't realize I rolled a D12 instead of a. Or this isn't even a D12. What is this? This is D14?
That's odd.
No, that's even.
Don't you have one of those like weird dice sets?
Yeah, I
D5.
have this. Yeah, it has a D5. It has a D3.
Yeah.
And it has like a D24 or something like that.
Okay.
We should design a custom Ragnarok game that's all based on rolling D24s.
Yeah.
Every time, roll 6 D24.
I want to get a D26 and send it to Eric.
But if you do that, then Eric won't be able to waste his money on it.
That's true.
He won't be able to use his new system.
Yeah.
He has refined his system in a way that I approve of. It's much faster now.
It works a lot better too.
Hey.
So Eric says that his sister is trying to fix it. I don't know who that is because Eric doesn't have a sister.
Yeah.
I'll thank Monique for us.
Yeah, thank your roommate. I guess that's who.
Well, I missed.
Everything.
What was the last thing you heard?
Win again?
Yeah, we won again. What was the last thing you heard?
I have a horrible memory and forget. Steve was in the middle of talking.
About?
So the spider turned into a kind of lady, but it's still a little horrifying. She gave us the scroll that I tried to steal.
That's I missed that. So
it has like a full map of the temple and where everything was originally. Everything's been moved, but it also shows like back tunnels that the priests use when resetting the competition. Also, she's coming with us, and Ryan's about to tell me what that giant evil scroll I stole was.
Yes. Give me 1 second. Blah, blah, blah.
So
Okay.
this D3 has the letters R, P, and S on it. What do you think those stand for?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
I knew Eric would be able to figure it out.
All right. Shannon says, that is Shrusira's accursed litany.
Shrusira's accursed litany. Shrusira's accursed litany.
Yes, that's what I said. It's kind of a song, maybe a prayer to a forgotten goddess. It's been locked away in my library for ages, with powerful magics. I would say probably best that we leave it here.
How would you even open it? They looked like it was so complicated.
It usually opens when it's ready to.
Oh, that's odd, but okay. And yeah, let's leave it. That sounds terrible.
Anyway, shall we to the lower level?
Yeah. Oh, also she knows where the earrings are,
Okay.
which is where she's leading us.
And I cast a spell that made the last 5 minutes of our conversation where we talked about how we have a map that could help us bring down the entire temple. I cast a spell that retroactively made the last 5 minutes unviewable to the people in the audience, so they don't know that we have a thing.
That's why you couldn't. That's why you don't know what happened. You were watching through the audience.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been watching the view screen.
Stop screen peeping.
Anyway, Threve finally spits out your face from Mar. And you are able to catch your breath.
I say, come here, boy, and girl, and boy.
It sort of like waddles over to you. I picture this thing like a cross between a falcon, an ostrich, and like a giant like devil bat thing, but 3-headed, a hydra.
Sure.
I'm gonna say that Threve's species is murder burb. So it waddles over to you, Chiquint, and again starts nuzzling you affectionately. The spider, the transformed spider, Shannon, says, "Well, this is rather embarrassing. My weak biped arms aren't really meant for climbing, but we can use my webbing to get down to the lower level."
No, it's okay. You can use your weak bipedal arms like us.
Yes, I can. Anyway, I'll go first, just in case I fall. I wouldn't want to land on anybody.
Quick question: can you change between your lady form and your spider form at will, or is it like a one-time thing?
Well, it's as permanent as I want it to be, but if I change back, then I would need to recreate the arcane formula that I used to make the transformation in the first place, which would probably take me several days of work in my laboratory.
Gotcha.
Anyway, she kind of smiles, and the smile is just sort of
down. The three of us will climb our way down.
Okay. Bestulman.
Oh, and Bestulman, there should be room for you too, Bestulman.
Bestulman walks by you, Chiquint, and hands you a handful of teeth, and then
I see he's been busy.
grumbles and starts climbing down the spider silk web.
Oh, thank you, Bestulman. I'll pay you for these later.
Bunch of ingrates.
Okay, well, since he isn't taking a space on Threve, I will climb on Threve.
I'm going to say that Threve can carry 2 of you.
Oh, I want to climb on him because he's friendly with me already. It's probably a better idea.
Okay, you climb on him, Framar. That's fine.
What would it be to climb down? What kind of check?
I'm going to say strength.
I thought 2 of us.
Yeah, but what's her name? What's her name?
Shannon.
Oh,
Shannon.
then he doesn't care that much. If you I just thought it was going to be Chiquint and Famar.
What's your strength?
Mine's 10.
Okay, yeah, you should probably climb. What's your strength, Quintus?
8.
Mine is 8 too.
Well, Shannon has made it down to the floor. You hear kind of a grunt and a crash, some breaking glass, and then she goes, "I'm okay."
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she just went ahead. So
how far down? How far of a climb is it?
How about you and me, Quintus?
It's pretty far.
Yeah, all right. I'll ride the terrifying bird monster down.
Oh.
You're the only one left of us that doesn't have a negative strength modifier.
Fair enough.
All right, so I'm gonna say that you guys riding Threve flaps their wings and descends through the hole into the now partially ruined laboratory space that Shannon was referring to. Let me see my description here. Rows of shelves covered in jars, stoppered vials of unlabeled ingredients, scrolls of forgotten lore unrolled on work tables, and a giant web in the corner that seems to be Shannom's home. There are more mummified bodies hanging from it, and strands of the web stretch to all exits and beyond.
Well, as long as there's more mummified bodies, I'd like to gather some more rations for our other followers that didn't have any rations.
Okay.
So we don't have to constantly feed them.
Shannon brushes herself off and says, "Oh, if you want more food, there are some jars."
Jars of what?
Just empty jars, unless you want to carry the food with us.
I see what you mean. Okay.
It is rather bulky.
Cool. So I'll grab some of that.
All right. How many rations do you want to take?
I think we'll get rid of like 3 weight worth of crystals and fill it in with rations. That way we'll have stuff to feed our followers.
You take the crystals out and kind of sprinkle them around, put them down, and Shannon like looks enthralled by them. Oh, are those the gems from the orrery?
Oh yes, if you'd like some, please feel free. We're just going to leave them behind otherwise.
Oh my. She like scoops them up. She takes them over to a work table and puts them down. Picks up like a mortar and pestle and starts grinding them. And she sorts them by color and grinds some of them up very quickly and starts filling vials with the dust from the gems.
Cool.
So, are you just slicing bits off all those dead people to eat?
You look over at what she is actually doing, Quintus, and it's more like she poked a hole in the side of the mummified corpse, and a reddish-brown paste kind of dripped out into the jar that she was holding.
I mean, it wouldn't be kind to have had them die for nothing.
I'm pretty sure they died so that Shannon here could eat them.
Well, now many people will eat them. It gives their death more meaning.
Okay.
Well, I don't need nearly as many nutrients in this form. I'm happy to share my food. I have plenty of it. Like I said, lots of adventurers pass through here.
Where's the statue?
Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? She puts the vials down. She rushes around and like quickly packs up a few things, and then she says, "Follow me," and she leads you down a nondescript hallway, couple of turns through a couple of other rooms.
Before we go, can I grab some spell components off of her lab?
Sure, if you wanna re-up your spell components from them, you can.
Cool.
Can I take a moment to take the time to brood in silence and plot my next move to refill my cunning?
Sure. Can you repeat that? You kind of cut out a bit.
Can I take the time to brood in silence and plot my next move to re-up my cunning? And
Yep.
I'm glad that you agreed to it without having heard the whole thing.
Well, I heard re-up your cunning. I just didn't know what you had to do to re-up your cunning.
I'm gonna do the same.
Get $1 million. Thank you.
You get $1 million. They are worthless pieces of green paper in this universe.
Viridian paper?
You have 1 million of them. You brood in silence, and Threve broods with you.
Yay, I have a friend.
Anything you would like to do, Quintus, before we move on?
I'm going to re-up my my cunning as well.
Okay. It's really hard for you guys to brood in silence. With Threve there, also like trying to mimic the expressions on your faces while you're brooding,
and me siphoning blood out of corpses.
Yeah.
It's not all blood.
Juice.
Yeah.
You know, people paste. So anyway, after the brooding and the refilling of the spell components and the food, and of Shannon also packing up her things, she leads you into the lower shrine. An altar sits majestically at the center of this room, and elaborately detailed mosaics line the walls. The space is free of clutter and any signs of any kind of habitation. Meticulously kept for centuries. Behind the altar is a giant stone statue of Fesseroth wearing the earrings that you seek.
Oh, man. There they are. How big is the statue?
Let's see. It is quite large. We said that the earrings are each the size of a person's head. So I'm going to say it is probably about 50 feet high. This is a very large room.
Damn. Are there any other goodies on the statue, or is it just the earrings?
The earrings are the statue itself is made of what looks to be gold, but you're pretty sure that since Fesseroth is a god of lies, it's probably not actually gold.
Right, or just like a veneer.
Yeah. But you know for a fact that those earrings are the real deal. Solid gems worth thousands of gold as a set.
Damn.
All right. I guess one of us is going to have to climb up there and try to get him down.
I'm probably pretty good at climbing.
Is it Dex or Strength, Ryan?
To climb, I would let you get away with either. But probably strength, I should say. Right.
I will try to roll Dex to climb up there. Considering how well it's been going for me, I don't have high hopes. Oh, I got an 8.
All right.
Better than usual.
Better than a 7.
So, quick question. If I burn more luck, does my luck modifier adjust to whatever my current score is, or does the modifier stay at what my max score is?
No, your modifier drops as your score drops.
Okay. Well, my luck's already at -1. I don't want it to be -2, so I'm just going to stick with the 8.
No, it won't get -2 until you get to 5.
I'm at 6.
Oh, okay.
In that case, I will give you the choice. Either you can get up to the earrings and realize that you are stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can not get up. You can attempt to climb and realize that you need help.
I'm gonna get stuck, so I'm gonna drop my pack and climb up, and then pry one of the earrings off. And then, how much does each one weigh?
They are very heavy. They're the size of a person's head and gems, so probably I would go with 3 weight altogether. So they're a weight and a half each.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave my sword with my pack at the bottom too when I climb up. So that gives me right now. So my weight's at 2. So Quintus scrambles up the statue to the left ear, manages to like pry the earring off, and then because he's a halfling, he puts the loop over his neck, so he's wearing it like a giant necklace right now. And then like shimmies across the face to the other ear, and manages to pulls the other earring off and puts it over his neck. So he's weighed down by these two big jeweled earrings, and then looks
now
down.
You can't get your arms in front of you far enough to get my dab on.
And then he looks and he realizes because the big gem parts are now like right on his shoulders.
Yeah,
but they're like sliding down onto his arms, so he can't lift his arms up without like hitting himself and crushing his face on the gold ring. And so he can't move his arms to really climb down.
Damn.
A little help.
Quintus, are you okay up there?
Oh, I'm fine up here. It's getting down there. That's the problem.
Oh, huh.
Could you send Threve up?
Well, sure, if you're okay with it.
Well,
Threve,
options are limited.
Threve, could you help Quintus out down?
Make me a saving throw using charisma.
Okay.
See how this goes.
Here's hoping my luck doesn't run out now. I rolled 4, so that's a 7.
All right.
So hard bargain or a worse outcome.
All right. So Threve seems hesitant, but it flaps its wings, and it gets itself. It flies up to the perch where you are, Quintus, and is hovering right around the shoulder of the statue of the god of the idol. So you climb on, and Threve starts descending, but two of its heads are distracted by the shinies that you are wearing around your neck.
Understandable.
So here's the problem for you, Quintus. The two start each one of them grabs one of the gems in its mouth because they are roughly the size of a human head, and as we learned in the previous scene, that's what they love to chew on. And they start licking at the stones, and that's problematic for you because this is your lucre and your loot. But then they start pulling at the earrings and tugging them in opposite directions.
On my neck.
On your neck.
No.
So you can take a D3 of damage.
Okay. Good thing I got more hit points.
Dead.
Come on, roll low. I rolled a 3.
But wouldn't that technically be only 2?
No.
Or
Well, it depends. I do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 is 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, you take the 3 damage.
Yep.
As Threeve is choking you to death on its back. So what do you do, and what do the rest of you do?
How far are we from the ground?
Threeve is descending. One of its heads is on task, and it does descend toward the ground. I'll say that you're about 10 foot in the air and coming in for a graceful landing when this starts happening.
Can I try to talk to Threeve and ask him to stop killing my companion?
You can.
Threeve, if you would stop pulling on those, you're harming our friends here, please. I've got something shiny down here for you, maybe. Is there anything shiny around I could show it?
There are mosaics on the walls. I'm sorry, did I say mosaics or did I mean tapestries?
I don't know, man.
What the hell? Hang on a sec. Nope, I said mosaics. They're not
the tapestries.
They are not tapestries. They are mosaics. I confused the two in my mind for a minute. So yeah, there are very.
We have no tapestries.
There are very ornate arrangements of tiles on the walls showing the great history of Fesseroth and his followers. Some of those are really shiny, so you could try to distract it with that.
I will.
Give me a saving throw using charisma.
Ooh. 12.
Nice. So Quintus, these things stop fiddling with the gems. They fall at your sides. You fall off of the thing's back as it bounds over and starts licking the walls.
Oh boy!
Exactly what I had in mind.
Are you okay, Quintus? What's your health at?
I'm at 3.
3 out of total.
Yes, 3 out of 8.
I'll hand you a healing potion.
I drink it down fast. I don't know how much that heals. Healing potions are
1d8.
Oh wow! I rolled an 8.
Wow.
Huzzah!
Nice.
So I drink it and then like leap up to my feet. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I never would have expected such kindness from such a racist son of a bitch.
I'm not a son of a bitch. Once again, I'm
sorry.
Daughter of a bitch.
Racist daughter of a bitch.
Oh, wait, I'm not a. My mother is not a bitch. But well, okay. So you got the earrings.
I mean,
maybe
she raised a racist. I mean, it doesn't say much for her as a parent. I'm gonna go over to Bastulman and dump 3 more weights of crystals out of his bag, and put. So he's down.
I'll take one of them in my pack. So he's down to 6 weight worth of magic crystals.
And then I'm gonna add the earrings.
I can't carry anything else that would raise my my weight carry because I'm at exactly 6 apparently.
Yeah, me too. That's why I have to give That's why I dumped my bow. Oh, he has my bow too, so he has to lose 2 more weight of crystals.
No, I added it up and it. Oh, you just gave him the bow?
I gave him the bow before, but it's not on his thing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So, I quoted the wrong faction before when I said that the fire elementals hang out here because the
Frost ogres.
Yeah, the frost ogres are the ones who guard the earrings of statue of Fesseroth. You hear over the sounds of the weird bird from another dimension slurping at the walls. What sounds to be very, very loud sobbing. And it grows louder, and you see the shadow of an enormous figure, probably about 10 feet tall, dressed in rags, enter the room.
Oh no, it's sad.
What is it?
Why are you sad?
It is an ogre, a frost ogre. All dead.
All of them?
All of them. Well,
All of what?
they were dead, but now they're really dead.
Oh. How? Not blown up, right?
Blown up.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No bones. Can't even remake one.
That is such a shame.
Oh no! And who are you?
Give me a second.
An ogre necromancer, apparently. Ogremancer? Ogre.
Ogremancer.
Necro ogre?
Necroger.
Necroger?
Name Abigail. I made those.
Really?
Well, Abigail, I mean, I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
So many unlives lost tragically.
I mean, I guess we're inviting other people to come with us, so you can come with us. Maybe we'll find dead things on our way.
Oh, what's did you forget what happened to all those things there?
What?
Quintus
Oh
pulls.
yeah,
We
I know.
you guys, So what happens when she finds out about that?
Well, there's no reason to rub her nose in it.
There's no reason to bring her along either, because when she finds out, she's gonna be
sad. She needs friends right now.
Hey, Abigail.
The shinies.
Oh yeah, we took the shinies.
Oh my God.
You took the shinies.
Well,
Yeah, it's part of the contest that we're in. We've got to gather as much treasure as we can.
You've desecrated our home. I must summon the others. And she turns and she starts to leave.
All right, I'm gonna.
Or we could go find you a new home.
I'm gonna stab her.
All right.
Wait, is she surprised? Because she turned away.
She's not expecting you to come stab her, so I'll say
I'm gonna backstab her.
Home is where the heart is, and your heart appears to be broken. So let's find you a new home and mend your heart.
Framar, do you want to backstab her together?
I have no personal. Well, actually, I was going to say I have no personal reason to have her dead, but then again, she's going to call things that want to kill us. So I suppose maybe that might be for the best.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to backstab her.
I'm hoping that she stops and thinks about my words for just a split second as they stab her in the back.
All right. Give me a defy danger using charisma, or excuse me, a saving throw.
Well, we have backstab.
No, that's for Steve.
I roll double ducks, which I assume is what you mean. You mean 2 1s when you say that.
Oh, snake eyes.
Oh, that's because Chris has dice that have ducks instead of ones. So yeah.
Ah, yes.
We really need to get Ragnarok shirts that say "Oh fuck, double duck."
I'd wear it.
So she does not stop.
Well, what I was gonna say was, she does, give pause and think about your words, but she turns and she's about to say something, and then she sees
the two people about to stab her.
Yeah, thieves with their weapons drawn, advancing on her.
I'm going to, as soon as I notice her looking at us, I'm going to hold my sword instead of in a stabbing motion, like in a motion above my head, and start dancing in circles. If this is some play of peace and friendliness. Ah, la 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 la! Please don't be angry.
I'm still gonna stab her.
All right. So for Mar, I'm gonna say you can also defy danger using charisma, or excuse me, saving throw with charisma, to see if you can distract her from Quintus as he runs up and stabs her. You got a 9?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll let you choose. She notices Quintus, or she's going to get off and attack on you before Quintus gets to her.
I don't want to be attacked, per se. Sorry, Alex.
Well, I guess there goes my backstab. Now I just roll a regular attack at -1.
Yep, so hack and slash.
This one is just called Fight. That would have been an 8, but now it's a 7.
Same thing.
I know.
Like, except for in real life.
All right, so Quintus, you can get off your damage on it.
Yeah, but it deals an attack on me. So I deal my sword, I believe, is 1d6. Let me double check.
That's what you said earlier.
Short sword, 1d6. Yeah. 5.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, that was just me throwing my die. Oh, great! That roll was boxcars.
So go ahead and roll me a d6, Quintus.
5.
5. Oh God. Well, can you take 10 damage?
Nope, I'm dead. Oh wait! I have armor. Wait. I have 1 armor, so no, I'm still dead.
So here's what happens. You go and run up and stab Abigail. You manage to get her like in the calf muscle. She's rather tall, and she just like looks at the sword, the hilt of your sword sticking out of her calf, and she goes, "Ah!" and then she kicks you. And you go flying into the statue, and it's hollow, of course.
Right.
So it makes a huge like thung noise as you smash into it, and then rebound onto the floor, and you tumble to a stop at Chiquin's feet, bleeding and dying.
Oh well, there is the bite the dust move.
Go ahead.
When you have, well, no, I can't. When you have 0 or less hit points, you're incapacitated and probably dead. But if someone rolls you over to check within a few hours, I roll plus luck to see if I'm alive.
So I'm gonna look up at the ogre and say, we're sorry. He kind of goes off a little bit on tangent sometimes."
You let out that last gasp of air, Quintus, and you can feel your ribs are broken. You're pretty sure that your one of your legs at least is broken.
I feebly like reach out a hand towards my companions
But
I can't even mutter, help me.
But he's not a bad guy, so I'm going to try to heal him, okay? Are we cool? And I'm going to cast, whether or not she says yes or no, I'm going to cast Morgiar's Shimmering Sign. And try to heal Quintus.
You just have to roll me over.
Okay.
I'm at 0. I'm at 0 until you roll me over.
Technically, he is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a resurrection spell. So I'll roll him over.
Does she let him roll me over?
She does not seem to be. She is turning to go to get the others, like she said she was.
So I roll plus luck, which is -1. And I rolled a 5, so that's a 4.
You can spend luck, though, right?
But then my roll would just keep going down because it's plus my luck modifier.
Well,
so if I spend 1 point to raise it back up to 5, then my luck modifier would be -2.
But it goes up by a category.
Oh, that's right.
If you spent 2 luck to go up 2 categories, it would be unmitigated success, but you'd be down to like a horrible amount of luck.
Yeah, I would be at a horrible amount of luck. Jeez. I think well, Ryan, it says over here, when you die, you may rise to the occasion now, page 15.
Okay.
I don't have the full book, so I don't know what that means.
I will look that up for you. Hang on 1 second.
Because that means because my option is I have a 7 to 9, so I'm alive with 1 HP, and I choose 3 from the list below. I'm unconscious until I heal up to half my total HP. I'll die within the next hour without proper treatment. I've incurred a major permanent injury of the judge's choice, and I suffer 1d8 ability score damage to each of 2 abilities, judge's choice.
Okay, so I'll let you. The rise to the occasion move. When you assume the role of a follower and embrace the life of a freebooter, choose a follower and roll and fill in a new playbook for them. Follow the usual instructions for making a freebooter, but use the follower's name and what you know about them to choose instead of roll their alignment and traits. You start with whatever gear your follower had.
I could be Bestulman?
You could be Bestulman.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Sorry, Quintus.
Oh, great! Alex is playing.
Well, I mean, I could either be Bestulman or Shanam, but
I think it's obvious.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna be Bestulman.
Yeah.
So you roll Quintus. So you roll Quintus over.
He's dead?
No, with his he's coughing and sputtering as he's dying, and he looks up into Quint's eyes. It says,
"Don't leave.
You must love this," and then dies.
No.
I'm going to try to convince the older not to go tell the others. And maybe if I have her properly distracted, attempt to murder her.
Okay.
Abigail. Was it Abigail?
Abigail, actually.
Abigail, you can save him. You're a necroger.
Okay. Make me a saving throw using charisma. See what you can.
And this time I rolled 9, so 12.
All right.
We're gonna have a zombie Quintus join our group as a follower.
Oh my god, that's really dark. I kind of love it. So Abigail turns and she like claps her hands and jumps up in the air and she yells, "Dead thing, dead thing!" And then she lumbers over to Quintus and chants over him, over his body, and and you hear the horrible sounds of ribs snapping back into place, and a horrible like white light erupts from Quintus's eyes, mouth, nose, ears, and then is sucked back in, and he rises. And is standing there as now zombified Quintus. So Akos, I will let you choose if you want to drop Quintus and become Bestulman.
Oh man, that is
Then-
temple. What would zombie Quintus be?
He would just be like an undead, basically brainless follower who would probably like walk himself into corners if nobody.
He'd be the new Bestulman to carry
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with Bestulman.
No, but
So I
are
have
you
to-
saying what would he be if you stayed with him, stayed in him as him?
Yes,
that-
but like I wouldn't be able to do anything as him because he would just be a brainless walking corpse.
Well, if you wanted to play him, then he would still have your personality and stuff, and I would let you continue using your playbook. You would just be undead.
Okay. Could we maybe in the time between the next game come up with like an undead move? Not move, but like basically instead of like maybe a heritage or something for it to be undead, or would it just be a flavor that now I'm a zombie?
Instead of the halfling move. Yeah, I would let you, since you did die, I would let you take that as like an additional move.
Or well, because like the halfling heritage thing is when you eat one more ration than necessary, take +1 forward.
And you've never used it, so.
Oh, I used it once.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, it's only the third. I used it last game, but we haven't stopped for a break.
Yeah.
So maybe when I devour living flesh, take +1 forward.
I do like that. So you would rise as Quintus, but with a hunger for brains, or just flesh in general. Your choice.
While Quintus is rising, I say to Abigail, we tend to encounter a lot of things that either are or end up dead. It might not be a bad idea to join us.
She turns to you and says, "You invade our home. You steal our shinies. Why should I follow you?"
I
We
mean,
can
what
find you
else?
more shinies.
Yeah, sure, that thing too. But what else were you gonna do? I mean, kill us and turn us into zombies?
Well, she's right. Done that once.
She looks like she's considering the idea. Meanwhile, Quintus, describe what happened to you. Where were you for a second there when you were dead?
It's just darkness, and then all of a sudden you hear in the darkness, "Hey, buddy!"
I don't get it.
God. He's in the realm of the helpful blob.
That's what the helpful blob
okay.
voice is.
I think.
Welcome to your afterlife. I'm gonna devour your soul now.
Yeah, let's see. Quintus is evil. He's not a good person. So it wouldn't have been good. Okay, give me. Oh, I have to think of what halfling hell is. Okay, I got it. So
You're in a larder just filled with food.
that's what I was gonna say. So Quintus, for that split second, Quintus opens his eyes, and he's in a room, with everything is impossibly huge, and he can hear not impossibly huge, but everything is big, and he could hear the sounds of a party on the other side of a door. And he hears all his friends and family having this party and talking about how much they wish he was here. And he gets up to go join them, and then sees that the doorknob is like out of reach. And all the counters are above his reach. It's like a room built for a giant.
He's just too short for everything.
He's too short for everything. And he's trapped in this room. The only light is what little bit is spilling under the door. And he could like hear all of his friends and family having a wonderful time without him, as he's stuck in this room. And then all of a sudden there's a crackle, and this black void with swirling blackness opens up behind him, and starts these tendrils start reaching out towards him, and he tries to run away, but he's trapped in this room, and the tendrils just reach out and wrap around his arms and legs and pull him into this void, and suddenly he's awake again in his body. But now he's very cold, and he suddenly realizes it's because he has no heartbeat.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
What happened? I was in a room. Where am I?
Quintus, you're back. You're fine. Abigail raised you.
Dead thing.
Fine. You. Oh my God! What have you done to me?
Well, the good news is you're up and moving again.
She brought you back.
Quintus curls up into a ball and starts rocking back and forth. But they were.
You'll be all right.
This is pretty normal.
Don't worry, dead thing. I'll take care of you. And Abigail just like picks you up and starts cradling you.
I'm so cold. Why is it so cold?
There's a scent coming from Abigail's head that just smells really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quintus like reaches up because he's basically a baby in her arms, and reaches up to like grab her and like slowly starts like opening his mouth and raising towards her like he's gonna bite her head, and she just takes like one massive finger and pushes him back down.
No biting. They always bite.
So am I at 1 hit point? Or am I still at 8?
I'll let you refill up to 8.
Okay. Oh, so cold. Why am I suddenly so hungry?
Dead things always come back hungry. Don't know why.
Oh, I have rations in my pack. Put me down. I have rations.
She puts you down. And she kind of giggles as you run over to your pack.
I run to my pack and I grab the rations of like probably like bread and jerky, and like take a big bite. And then, oh, I think all my rations went bad.
About that.
Silly dead thing doesn't know what it's hungry for.
And as I Bastulman's standing next to me, and I smell this delicious aroma coming from his bag. And I reach into Bastulman's bag and pull out one of the jars of person goo. Would that be something I could eat?
I would say that's acceptable. It's like the second breakfast that your mother always made.
Yeah. Sorry. He has 14 charges of extra rations now.
No problem.
As Quintus just like starts gulping down that fluid.
I thought you said it was disgusting.
Oh God, it's so good.
I'm making
Oh my
sure
God.
not to look in that direction.
Oh, this is the best thing I've ever had. Oh my God.
You
You
see,
have to-
this is
you
why
have to
we
try
shouldn't
this.
judge other cultures' foods without trying them.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, it is very nutritious. Shannon says, I've been living off of it for years.
You have to keep an open
Oh,
mind.
I can see why you like this stuff. I'm sorry for judging it before.
Oh, well, there's nothing to forgive.
Still really cold though.
Oh,
So, Abigail, what's your choice? Would you like to come with us, or are you planning to make us zombies? Well,
Wait, what?
are those the only two options we're talking here?
She sighs and
I suppose you could just let us go. That's a
she-
third option.
she pulls the sword out of her calf and sort of drops it. You can see Quintus the blood oozing out of her wound is really tasty looking for a second, but then it freezes over because she's a frost ogre. And she says, "Listen, others be back soon. You all be dead soon enough, but go take care of Dead Thing. He needs your help."
Quintus picks up his sword and starts licking the blood off the blade. Oh, this is even better than the jar. Oh my God.
We'll guard him with all of our ability. And thanks again, except for killing him to begin with. That wasn't cool, but everything afterwards was all right. But you were just protecting yourself. I understand.
Shannon says she's got the scroll out, the bone scroll, and she's looking at the map, and she says there's a secret passageway we can escape through here. Everybody hurry up! And you guys hear the sounds of the ogres returning to their lair.
Let's hurry up then.
Okay, three, go through there.
There's a moment where she like walks up to one of the mosaics, and there's a figure standing with its arms outstretched, and she reaches her arms up and presses her palms into the figure's hands, and presses the tiles in, and a section of the wall like slides open.
I added undead to my traits, Ryan.
Okay.
It seemed fitting.
It did.
Do I mark XP for failing my don't die roll?
I will let you do that if you want.
Yeah, of course I want.
So you guys all hustle out of the lower shrine,
Oh, yeah.
and the wall slides shut behind you. And we'll say that that credits roll there on the session because it is 11 p.m.
It is.
That is fair.
So cold.
So let's break out those end of session moves. Let's see.
Fine, then.
Here we go. Wrap up. Mark XP if you fulfilled your alignment goal at least once.
Well, inflict physical or emotional harm on others for personal gain. If I had killed that ogre lady, it would have worked, but instead I died. But the goal was personal gain.
Yeah. I can see that.
But also,
You do have to fulfill the goal, though.
seeing you die in front of her eyes probably caused Chiquint some emotional harm, and you got the personal gain of coming back to life and being a zombie.
You did get in that one last barb at me before you died.
I guess you could also make the argument that you caused Chiquint harm for personal gain by making her responsible for you being an undead, because she wanted you to live, and you gained because you're not in hell.
Yeah, sure, I'll take that.
All right. It's a stretch, but I'll give it to you.
I don't think I really fulfilled mine. I didn't have any places really where I refused to take a side when given the opportunity. Didn't really get the option.
You never chose a favorite among Threeve's heads while they were eating you.
That's true.
I helped those in need at my own expense. I gave various people rations, and I gave Quintus my healing potion.
Oh yeah, you did. I love how Chiquint is so willing to befriend anything.
Even after it kills her friend.
Yeah.
I am forgiving. It's my trait.
Speaking of which, mark XP if you fulfilled at least one trait in a memorable way. I would say forgiving the thing that just murdered your companion is probably pretty exemplary of you being forgiving. So,
I was in a perfect position to just keep hiding and stay out of safety, but my trait of being curious was what led me to go up and possibly risk my health in order to check out Threeve.
Yeah, you did walk up to that horrible monster to just check it out.
That was actually specifically why I did it. I was looking at my trait curious. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
And it was a wonderful choice, and you can mark XP for it.
Was I stingy by ditching my weapons in order to carry loot that I stole from the library? And petulant in keeping the book that could call an evil god?
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Yeah.
All right.
And one last zinger as you die.
Okay, so if you're a thief, mark XP if you discovered, deceived, or stole from anyone.
I did.
Yeah, you did. If you're a cleric, we don't have any clerics. If you're a magic user, mark XP if you discovered something magical.
Yeah, I got the book.
Yeah. Then answer the following questions as a group. For each yes answer, everyone marks XP. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, we got that map. I would think it's pretty important.
We also discovered that there is a halfling hell.
Yeah.
Yes, where everything is just slightly out of reach and there's nothing to stand on.
And people are eating a meal in the next room without you.
Yep.
No, there are things to stand on, but they are on a shelf that's slightly out of reach.
Well, yeah. Is that 2 XP or just the 1?
Just the 1.
Yeah.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Quintus's death.
The Spider-Brarian?
Yeah, I'll give it to you for Shannon. She was one of the big monsters I had, and her reaction to you depended on how you treated her, and you guys went with the talky, negotiating route instead of the stabby murder route. So, and did we loot a memorable treasure?
Oh yes,
yeah, the earrings and the Revik's book of locking and general brainery.
And Threeve.
And Threeve.
And Zira's accursed litany.
Oh, yeah.
You two found your artifacts. I still need to find mine.
Yep.
And then I will give each of you 1 XP to give away.
I'm going to give mine to Steve for summoning Threeve. It rhymes.
I'm going to give mine to Eric for deciding not to distract her, so I got murdered.
I'm going to give mine to Alex for getting murdered and making me feel horrible about it.
Yeah, I realized as you were dying, I'm like, oh, this is entirely my fault. I just didn't say anything for a good while.
If I die again, I'm totally going to be Bestoolman now. Because
not if I die first.
I'm just saying, there's a pretty good chance.
I
still only have 8 HP and 1 armor.
Do we need to roll up some of these followers at some point?
Yeah, I think we do. I was going to say we've got I don't think I'm going to give you guys Abigail as a follower.
Yeah, no.
But you have what's her name, Shannon, and Threve now, who you can use.
We're good at getting
And we
followers.
should probably roll up Lobelia and well, we already have Bestulman rolled up.
Yeah, we can handle that. I think maybe before the end of the month we'll do it in chat. I think I shared the GDoc with you guys, the drive rather of the Perilous Wild, so you can look at that and we can pick some stats.
Are we going to come out of this game with a number of followers like equivalent to what we have going on Face Fools?
It feels like you guys are certainly pushing that way.
Well, I think that if Gidwin had been with us, things would have turned out way different with the spider.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to come down to that. I'm going to continue to try to get as many followers as possible, and Gidwin is going to continue to just kill things, I think.
I mean,
whatever quest Gidwin and Mirren went on, they're probably just murdering things, just dying left and right.
There's no Borax, though.
Yeah.
There's no Borax yet.
Yeah,
true.
Borax is a treasure.
Who knows? Threve might have a really interesting motivation that we
or a cool cousin
that we just haven't considered up to this point. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Thoughts, criticisms, anything you'd like to see more of or less of?
I love it.
My only problem is the racist who seems to be running everything, but other than that.
Hey, you're the one who came up with Halfling Hell.
Where everything's just out of reach.
Halfling God knows how to punish his people.
I think Quintus is actually a self-hating halfling, and that was all just pulled out of his own version of hell. What he thinks he deserves.
Maybe.
I was also thinking an appropriate hell might be like the parable of the long spoons, where everybody's just tied to a chair and there's a feast laid out, but the spoons that you have are too long for you.
Oh yeah, you have to like feed each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone around you is horrible because you're in hell.
Yep.
All
right. I like it.
Well, we're sure happy you think so, and hopefully next time Chad will be able to join us.
Yeah, I wish Chad could join more.
Yeah.
He's been busy at work.
In the ice swamps of Milwaukee. Wisconsin, I mean. My ice swamps of, what was it? Oshkosh.
Yeah. That wizard who blighted the Midwest.
Turned it into a mud-flavored smoothie or Slurpee.
Does anyone have any last will thoughts before we sign off?
Spiders are scary.